Welcome to Claremont Cricket Club for the first quarter-final of the day. Beautiful morning here in Cape Town once again. The sun is shining. Rebels have won the toss and they've elected to bowl first. Santon Royals will be batting. And this is going to be a hard game to call. Two evenly matched sides. Both teams unbeaten in the tournament so far. Both teams winning some close encounters at various stages of the tournament. Open the batting for Santon Royals is Bright Njanji. He batted superbly yesterday, and with him on the non-strikers end is Jared Alder. So two informed batsmen up top. They like to run hard between the wickets. They play good cricket strokes. And opening the bowling is the skipper for the Rebels, Marshall. So Santon Royals played 93 games. Good win ratio of 77. World ranking at number 4. So number 3 in the world. So number 3 globally, Rebels taking number 2 globally, Santon Royals. So interesting matchup here. So we're all set, ready for the first delivery. So Marshall started the dot ball. Bright just having a look at one there. Put into the offside. Storage comes around. Just the one. So Santon Royals have got their innings underway. Rebels have got a good fielding unit. They've got Pistorius on the boundary, cover point. I think he'll be in the action a lot here. Oh, and good pace there from Marshall. A great start from Marshall. Watch this replay. Great length. Alder probably should be coming forward to that, but he's looking to take advantage of the gap between cover point and third man. So Marshall just getting a little bit of a way drift. So new bowler is Daniel Poulton, wily customer. Should just be one. As Jared Alder just pushes it out onto the onside. So Both these batsmen faced 3 deliveries, just 3 singles so far, so Rebels will be delighted with the start. Daniel Poulton likes to mix up his pace, got a lot of variety in his bowling, doesn't let the batsman settle. There'll be a few nerves on both sides here. So we're expecting a decent crowd to come in this afternoon. This is the first of 4 games on the top field, the first quarter final. Poulton continues. A little shuffle down the wicket from Brighton and Johnny. Pushed out, there should be 2, good batting. It's a clever bat in there, and that's the first double of the innings. Yesterday we saw Santon Royals running a lot of 2s in their round of 16 match against Royal Bangalore. That game was actually played to a tie. Now it's a thick outside edge. Running away, this is 4. So unlucky from Poulton there. Good over. See from in swing. He started it wide. Big leading edge, and that's running away for 4. Get a slip in there. We actually saw, I think it was the Global Jets yesterday, employ a slip early doors in their defence of 117 against the Bloemfontein CPR Challengers, and to pay dividends with the catch going there. This is the first time we've used this ground during the tournament, so the jury's out as to what's a pass score. My sense is 150 is what Santon Royals will be looking for here. So the third man is going to be in the action here today. Could be a hot spot, especially with the areas that Rebels are bowling. So far the control of these 2 bowlers has been superb. Potential argument to get 1 more cross onto the offside. But in saying that, they're well on top here, the Rebels. Punch straight down the ground from misfield. And that's the key of running between the wickets. Exhibition batting here from these 2. There's the odd bobble in the outfield, so you've got to put the fielders under pressure. And that's what Santon Royals, it's a trademark of the way the top 3 play. Half a shot for LBW. I think that was just sliding down leg. Watch the replay. Just sliding down leg stump. So still no boundaries in this innings. Always good to look at the last 10 deliveries to get a feel for where the game is at. Projected score's been hovering between 1 and 10 and 115. That won't be enough. I'll need more than that. And Marshall, first wide of the Rebels innings. They've been immaculate with the line and lengths. Oh, I think that was a bit unlucky. Came off the pad. I think that was why Marshall was shouting, appealing. Correction, umpire's given it dot ball. Commentator needs to wake up. I have to call for a coffee here. So good umpiring, great bowling, good keeping. almost a full house. So Daniel Paulson to continue. Very good first over. Unlucky with the one leading edge that went 4-4. He swings it both. Or this could be. Oh, that was not the best fielding from. I think that's Metz out there. He should have done better than that. So Paulson, you watch him here. He swings the ball both ways. He's got the in swinger and the out swinger. That one he was a bit too short though. The length is important here. But will he follow that up with the in swinger? He does. But that's been swung into the side screen for the first maximum. Beautiful hand. Just using the great shot there from Alder. Didn't try and overhit it. Kept his shape. Class that. Well fielded from Detroit, coming off the boundary hard there. Now Paulson's under pressure. You don't see him bowling too many wides. So good momentum shift here from the Santon Royals. This over's gone for 12 already. Still 2 deliveries to come. Just opens the face. Smart batting. Shots of 3 and that's a great running, great cricket from Santon Royals. Low risk shot. And the Rebels are looking a little rattled this over. Not sure of the field placing. 2 batsmen just manoeuvring the field. They pierced the gap at extra cover, which got the point fielder going a bit straighter. And then Bright and Janji just played it behind square in between third man. And backward point, and great running from Alder to get 3 on the board there. Total moves on to 31. So another shot from LBW. Look quite high. See the replay. Yeah, I think that's just a bit high. The tall man, Paulson, he gets a little bit of extra bounce of the wicket. So another beautiful morning here in Cape Town. Had quite a lot of wind this week, but not as much today. Still conditions. I think the teams will enjoy this respite from the wind. So Craig Marshall, he's gone for just 6 in his 2 overs, and he's decided to give himself another over, and why not? They're just starting to build an innings here, the 2 opening batsmen. Both of them were on form yesterday. Straight down the ground. That's great shot from Brighton Janji. That's 4 more. So the timeline is starting to look good for the Santon Royals. Marshall maybe just a little bit over pitching, but very well bowled from, very well played from Njanji. Now Marshall's under a little bit of pressure. He uses his feet, opens the face. Great shot again from Njanji. So it's a bright start from Njanji. Been very impressed with Brighton Janji this whole tournament. Got a very good technique, head still. He just manoeuvres the ball into the gaps as he did there. This time the left hand fielder comes around to it, and Alder was onto that, otherwise I think he would have been thinking of 2. The scoreboard's up and running as well here on the stop field at Claremont. So it's all set for a great day of cricket. And Marshall, first wide from him. Good comeback from Marshall in this over here. It's a little bit of a wide drift. That's a great length. All the weighting on the back foot. I think he's eyeing out the area between third man and cover point. So Marshall doesn't want to get too short here. That length is perfect. That's good. Straight up. Field's coming out. No. That's kept up his legs. Great shot. I didn't think it quite got that, but that's straight onto the road that leads the cars into the Virgin Active Gym. I think that was maybe a slow ball from Marshall. All the pick in it. Yeah, just a little off cutter. One thing picking it, and then the next, another thing executing. So Jared Older, 25 from just 15. Suddenly the projected score is 180. So just 3 overs ago where the projected score was 110. Just shows how much impact they've had in these last 3 overs. This is Jason Liebenberg. So I'm joined in the commentary box by Simon Melbers. Good morning, Simon.
Morning, Wayne. Morning, everyone. It's great to be here. Great start by Santon Royals here. Another boundary, a bit loose by Liebenberg there, Wayne.
Straight onto the last man stand. Join, son. Simon, I believe you were instrumental in getting that banner out there.
It was a team effort, Wayne. So Rebels under a bit of pressure here. Very good start from Santon. Ooh. Has been any swing out there, Wayne?
Polton got the odd one to drift into the pads, and Marshall got the odd one to swing away, but it's not as much as we've seen in previous days.
It's interesting that Liebenberg's around the wicket here. It's the right-handers.
Yeah, it'll be time will tell. I do feel that actually opens up the leg side potentially. He can't be bowling that line if he's coming around. He's really got to push it right across. I think the plan is to try and push it across and get the batsman heading down to sort of a third man area.
It looks like he's just shaping it in swing there, so difficult to execute.
It's almost like a left arm over the wicket bowl that swings it back in, so I can see the thinking, yeah. That's where he wants to be there. So I think that's the game plan. Anything too straight, I do feel it gives the batsman opportunity to just get inside the line and flick it over mid-wicket or between the gap at mid-wicket and fine leg.
Right, this wicket looks like an absolute road as well. It's just speaking to the groundsman Adam now. Said that he reckons this wicket could last 4 days.
Well bowled from Liebenberg, that's a good area there. Santon Royals, they put these two batsmen They had the real Pangalore in all sorts in the field yesterday, and if they're watching, they're probably not after a big night out. They don't have to feel too disappointed because even the Rebels fielders are under pressure. Pistorius is a great fielder. I didn't think there's two by any chance there.
I don't think Bright and Janji thought so either, but called through. He's quick out the blocks.
I think Pistorius is maybe fooled by the run between the wickets. He didn't really attack the ball this Simon, did he?
No, it was a little bit slow. There's no margin for error in these big knockout games. First quarter final here. Now it is Chris Pistorius on to bowl. Bowls little off spinners.
I think Rebels have got elected to go for quite a deep batting lineup here, Simon. I feel like they potentially won outs and out genuine quick ball. I was just about to say that's a great start from Bright. I was just about to say I think they're short of one more seam bowl in the option here.
Yeah, I've got Poulton, Marshall, and Liebenberg.
And then they've got the leg spinner Khailan, I think.
Yeah.
But so there's two spinners, but I just feel like on this ground you might want a fourth seam option.
Yeah, I think so. There's lots of gaps and the wicket looks flat.
Is Bosch not available? John Bosch? They've got quite a big squad, don't they?
Yeah, I'll see if I can see him out there. Might be him down with the drinks under the scaffolding at the far end, so maybe not playing today. And running away. And another boundary.
Hugely impressed by this Brighton Janji. Just mixing up his game. Don't know if he meant it to go as fine as that, but there's definitely intent to get the third man into play. And just shows that last man stands is not just about crashing it over the car corner boundary. Deft touch is also important.
Jeez, he's hit that hard. Murray Workman had his work cut out for him there. He's got both sides to his game here, Wayne. He's Bryson Janji.
And he's played superbly yesterday with Aldous. So the top three from Santon Royals.
Ooh, well bowled. But more runs. At least two, probably three.
Easy three.
Janji might overlap Older here.
And then Martin van Baker comes in three. There's no respite there. He also runs between the wickets hard.
So we'll see, but 200 maybe is par here. Santon Royals have batted nicely, but it's a big field, fast outfield. Good wicket.
Yeah, hard to say. I think Rebels wouldn't be happy chasing 200 this. I think it want runs in the board, but I wouldn't say it'll be beyond them. I think what I would say is I don't think 160 is enough. So I think somewhere between 160 and 200 is where Santon Royals will be hoping to get to. The groundsman was mowing the outfield this morning, so we expect it to be fairly quick, Simon.
Yeah, he's done a fantastic job using the two fields at Claremont, and I know the bottom field's been a superb wicket to bat on as well. Ooh. That would have been tight if there was a direct hit there. A good running again.
Be interesting to see if there's a 2 count in the tournament, but we don't have that stat. But I would say Santon Royals are top in that category.
Oh, fine. That's going to run away. Can't catch a chick here, Rebels.
I just feel they're one bowler larger, so I'm very surprised that they'd leave the quality of John Bosch out. I don't know if he's got a little niggle, Simon, but I was very impressed with him early in the week.
No, he's a good player. Very handy addition to the Rebels squad for this tournament, well, this season. It's a lovely square drive. Beautifully placed in the gap, so Liebenberg under pressure. He's the 5th bowler. I'd be tempted to get Grayling into the attack now. Just something different with the leg spin. Try and get a wicket.
I think they wanted to hold him back for the last 10, but I think you're right, Simon. They have to make that play now because Santon Royals are now on track for 208. After the 2 overs, they're on track for 110 according to the projection. Just shows that you've got time in last man stands to play yourself in. And these two batsmen showing that the value of just having a look at a few. Much better from Liebenberg. So it shows a bit of pace in this wicket chair. Another reason why I think the likes of Bosch could be valuable on a wicket like this. A little extra bit of bounce. Look at that bounce outside off stump, son.
Good deck. Had a quick look at it before when I was walking across the other side, and wicket looks beautiful, nice and firm in the middle. You can see down the centre of the track where it's had that extra bit of rolling. So Pistorius to continue here.
And they might be targeting him here. Small boundary on the smallish boundary on the leg side, and slight breeze blowing in that direction. Hitting with the spin.
There we go. You called it, Wayne. Launch down into the bottom field here.
But Simon, that also shows how good this wicket is. Let's just get it on, and now maybe he needs to take the pace off his a little bit there.
It's a half volley.
Yeah, he needs maybe, and it's very hard to say that because there's a small leg side, but he might need to change his pace up a bit. He's bowling darts, but that length's not where he wants to be.
Top of off, I think, Wayne. That's a better length.
That's better, yeah.
Top of off.
That length does open up the potential leg side, but the batsman has to swing across the line, Simon, and it's opened up the opportunity for a wicket.
Yeah, when it's just skidding through there, I think it's perfect. Because you can't just wait to sit back. You might get hurried on with one and skids on and knocks you over, LBW.
But it's a wicket-taking opportunity, and they need a wicket here because what's going to happen from here is Santon Royals, every player's going to come in with no scoreboard pressure, no wicket pressure. It's very hard to defend when the batsmen know they can't get bowled out.
Straight that one, but he gets away with it. I think the fouls out there, I'll be looking to go top of off quicker or tossed up well outside off stump and try and get them cover driving.
I just feel that the teams that have got out and out quicks on this wicket will be able to squeeze a few dot balls. You might also get a few thick outside edges for 4, but I'd be adopting the power play in the first 4, bowling in that channel outside off stump, maybe even get a slip on the gully in, and bowling one side of the wicket, because there's definitely a bit of pace and bounce in this. I think seam bowlers will enjoy this wicket, Simon.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to the Conquerors bowling on this wicket. Justin Watson and Zarub and Khan, they were very impressive seamers. The likes of Bloy and Rasaki and Brewer from Masagami. So we see the bracket come up now. The Tualikis seamers, Ellis and Noel, will enjoy this. All those 6 teams that are still to play have got very good seam bowlers. Global Jets, Laseko and Renko Adams yesterday were superb. They picked up 6 wickets in the first 8 overs over at Redham and blew apart CPR challenges from Bloemfontein. Liebenberg continues right in the block hole. Pushed out, and they're coming back for another 2. So great running again by Santon Royals. Wayne, do we know who won the toss?
I think it actually might have been Santon Royals. Both teams like to bat first when they win the toss. I didn't actually quite hear the toss, but
another 2 fit guys.
And Santon Royals have run the most 2s in the tournament. I also think they've cut off the most 2s in the field. They are a very good fielding unit. Been very impressed with them in the field the whole tournament.
No, this is the first time I've actually seen them play. It's happened that we haven't been at the same venues. There's another boundary to 2 straight from Liebenberg. He's just been a bit indifferent with his lines and lengths here. Bowls one Jaffa, then.
That's right, Simon. He's got the good delivery in him, but he just can't seem to hit an area. So that's another 54 Older. Backed up yesterday's 50. And not only in his 50 yesterday was it crucial in the game. When the game was played to a tie, there's a eliminator over. And Pangalore scored 8 in the eliminator over. And he came out first ball against the premier bowler. Look at his strike rate, 185, superb. Against the premier bowler from Pangalore, Ben Twine, and he hit him for 1 bounce, 4 over extra cover, and that sort of broke the back of the run chase in that eliminator over. So he's turning out to be a great player for them in the tournament. And one great player to another, Martin van Wyk, 196 50s in last man stands cricket. And I was saying yesterday in the commentary box, you've got to get him early because those first 5-10 balls, his feet don't go as well as once he's set. But once he's set, he's odds on to get a 50. So you need to try and get him in his first few deliveries, yeah.
He's a proper player. Should be another 2 there. Yeah, well run again. Superb this from Santon Royals, and it brings up the 101 for naught now after 10.
It's one of those ones that Martin van Wyk has got such a good track record in this game of getting to 50. And the theme that I've noticed throughout this tournament is the first few deliveries he's not really looking to come after the batsman. Easier said than done from the commentary box, but potentially the captains could look to try and get a fielder up on the offside and the onside and just try and make him think about dabbing into the on or offside for, and it's not normally just one he gets, he dabs it into the on or offside and he goes through for 2. So potentially just try and get him to change the way he starts, because he really is a clean striker, but he also able to maneuver the ball into the gaps.
Oh, definitely. I think it also just, I don't know if he'd bite or not, but try and test his ego a little bit, Wayne. Get the man up on offside and onside and say, you know what, man, if you want to score, you're going to have to hit it through us here, pal, and just see what he does. He might miss one or nick one or chip one up. So,
and once he's got 10 or 15, the horses bolted. I'll just say, okay, we'll put the guys back. But you got more to gain than lose in those first few deliveries against him. Just because he's such a key player, someone that's scored 196 50s, I think he's getting a 50 nearly every second inning, Simon. So
it's unbelievable.
That's a great return.
At the other end, Brighton Janji, 41 off 23, so he'll be looking to get to 50 as well, and then, well, the floodgates can open in this back half. Nicely worked. Bright out of the blocks quick, and ooh, could have taken on Poulton there, but he does well, keeps it to 1.
It looks like they're going to hold Crayling back for his 4, so Crayling going to be bowling at the death here as well. So just not sure about that decision. I would have maybe had him on this over now, Simon, just to, he's such a good bowler. For me, he's one of the bowlers of the tournament, but anyone at the back end can maybe get a bit lucky with a few heave-hos.
Agreed, Wayne, and it's kind of boxes them into certain tactics. So if you're Santon Royals now, if they've got a lefty in their lineup straight away, I'd be sending him next, because he's going to get to face 4 overs of the leg spin, hitting to the shorter side with the spin.
Trying to think from yesterday, they did have a good point. I don't actually think Santon Royals do have a left-hander.
If they don't, then maybe that's why Rebel's holding him back. But if they do, I just feel like it's potential problems there.
He's just such a skillful bowler that I feel in those areas where the batsmen are just trying to work the ball around, he's very tough. But what will happen is the batsmen are going to try and hit him across the line for 6, and he might just get a few wickets. But
oh wow, that is a clean strike.
Simon, a bit worried about a few of those cars where they parked there. You park at your own risk here, I hope.
Assumed risk.
So Bright and Johnny G. Jones older with a 50. They've got 2 in the hat there. And Rebels are wicketless here. Walks across his stumps. The wicket not gripping, just skidding on. And I think spinners might find it a bit tough here today. So Brighton Janji, superb from him.
Well worked by Vincent Herald.
So Pistorius going for 32 from his 3. And Craylan will come into the attack now. Can see he's taken off his no, is that Marshall coming back in? So it looks like they're going to be bowling Craylan straight through 13. They'll be bowling the 13th over and the 20th over of the innings, I think, here, unless he comes in for some punishment.
Yeah, I'd be looking to get Clading on as soon as possible, try and get him to buy a wicket here.
Well, he has to come on the next over, Simon, otherwise he's not going to get 4 overs.
Another 4.
I don't think they pick Craylan for... He can bat, but I don't think he's in the team for his batting. I think he's in the team for his bowling, and they haven't bowled him yet, so that means he will be bowling the next over, Simon.
Yeah.
There's no doubt about that.
He's a very, very good leg spinner.
Santon Royals are up to 116, but doesn't feel like they've really slowed down. They've just gone about their business. Just shows what a good deck this is.
We've hit balls from the good areas. Anything over pitch from the spinners has been climbed into. And they've run a lot of 2s.
Van Wyk was slow at the block, but he had to be because I think he was worried about being run out to the non-striker's end. But he made up ground. He's quick between the wickets. He's been starved of strike though, just faced 3 deliveries.
They're on for a big total here when we're saying that Martin's not even had much of the strike yet. If he gets going.
And maybe Rebels have inside information. Maybe they don't think Van Wyk's a good player of Krayling's leg spin. I don't know, but I'm just surprised that they've held back Krayling so long. But maybe it's specifically to bowl Van Wyk.
Agreed. Also, just because if he bowls one If he bowls one bad over, then they have to stick with him. There's no option. They have to just keep bowling him. They can't sit him for an over and give him a break. See if they can get a new batsman to face him. So if he gets under pressure, leg spin's hard enough to bowl as it is. Let alone when you've go for 20 in one over, then you got to come back the next and bowl to the same guy.
But he hasn't bowled it, so
he might prove us all wrong.
Might prove us wrong, yeah, but all really depends on how it goes, yes, Simon. And at the moment, I feel it's a questionable decision from Rebels, but they've obviously given thought about it, and there's something that they know, I think, that we don't know. Not sure what that is, but what we do know, I think we all agree on, that is Crowling's the pick of the bowlers, yeah. He's got leg spin, top spin, googly. He could easily be playing cricket at a high level. Impressed me so much this tournament.
Very good, and he doesn't bowl any loose ones. He always seems to hit his spot. I was asking before when I was walking around and said, can you give me a signal when you're going to bowl the wrong, because I want to show everyone that I can pick him. But he's I
was batting him against yesterday. I didn't have a clue. Just assumed that it was going to be the googly quite often, because I was fancying the slug sweep.
Is it turning big, or
just a great flat and goal?
The googly there.
There we go.
He did say to me, I'll give it away, he did say normally the first ball's a googly and you'll be able to pick it from the flight, but that one looked like a googly there, but they still back for two.
He forced a miss hit, but they still picked up two. So Van Wyk, he's going to be targeting the leg side boundary, trying to put Crowling under pressure. Big looping ball. It's just great skills again from Crowling. So can they squeeze one end here? They need someone to come and do a job here for them. They're under a lot of pressure here, the Rebels. Oh, well bowled. And the keeper yesterday struggled as well. Don't know if there was an edge on that, but they're going for LBW, Simon, but
LB, I think. Leg bias given.
Crowling did the same yesterday, just comes in, hits the spot.
It was a biggish appeal, so I wouldn't mind seeing a replay on that.
No, it'd be good to see a replay of that if the producers have got one on standby there.
Looked out from Sandton. Oh, heave, not cleanly though. Just one.
So that, some confidence in your bowler too. Oh, what is that hit? And coffee's just been brought to us by Ben Briggs, so thank you, Mr. Briggs. Two more. I don't think the Rebels are completely alert in the field just, Simon. It just feels like the intensity levels are slightly down.
Body language is not great at the moment. They obviously under pressure, but that's the time when you need the big players to stand up and get everyone going.
But it'll be interesting to compare this to when the Santon Royals bat or field, because yesterday those sort of half chances in the field, it was not easy to run twos, but Santon Royals just seem to find it easy picking up these twos, and it's not a very big boundary assignment, so I'm surprised how easy these twos are. They're bang on 10 and over. Liebenberg's was gone for 30, but that's par at the moment. So hard to know until both teams are batted if this is a score that's going to be beyond the reach of the Rebels. But you did say, Simon, 200 you felt could be par. But you don't really ever want to be chasing 200 in a key match, I don't think. But
no. Just with the running between the wickets as well, I think Santon Royals they've already picked up over 20, I think, just with the good intent running. Running, so not all the teams run quite as well.
And I've got a feeling Santon Royals, just got a feeling today that they might pull a few run-outs when they field, where Rebels are going to have to try and return the favour, the non-favourable, the twos. There we go. There's the first wicket of the day. Liebenberg picks up a wicket. Vincent Herald just gets a edge on it. Trying to run that down. Actually not the worst shot option, but just didn't get enough bats on it. And Liebenberg will be delighted that he's picked up the first wicket for his team.
Just that celebration just worries me a bit there from Rebels. It's kind of a bit of a shell-shocked half celebration, so I think they feeling the pinch here, but I'm sure Craig Marshall will rally the guys and try and get them to lift here.
And Chris Pretorius, who comes into bat, I believe he's also scored an immense amount of 50s. I think he's up to 186, Simon. So he's not far behind Van Wyk. I wouldn't put him in the same bracket as Van Wyk, but he's not far off. He hasn't had as good a tournament as Van Wyk, but we all know that he can play as well.
It's a good length for Liebenberg, that was the key there. Hit a good hard length. Just tucked him up. So Pretorius is the wicket keeper, isn't he, Wayne, as well?
Yeah.
Yeah. I was watched that eliminator over between them and Pangalore yesterday.
He hasn't been a boundary in the last 10 though. But look at the twos. That's the key. You don't need boundaries when you're going to twos nearly every ball, Simon. So
7 twos in there. That's absolutely ridiculous. And we brought the boundaries in a little bit this morning as well.
That's why I just don't feel that Rebels have been completely on their game in the field. I think it's going to be Santon Royals. They like to squeeze in the field, so Rebels, I don't think they're going to get as many twos in their run chase.
Torres off hard again here now. That one will just be one.
But this is turning into a great over from Liebenberg. And suddenly the projected scores come down from 208 to 193. Van Wyk's going to look to try and transfer the pressure back. So Van Wyk's only faced 7 balls. It feels like he's been in there for ages, Simon.
I think he got in at about the 8th or 9th over, I think.
So that over has just given Rebels something to cling to. We know that Kraling's not going to miss his areas yet, so it's going to be whether Van Wyk can find a way to manufacture a boundary of a good delivery. He's got the control of a finger spinner, does Kraling, which is not often you'll find that at this level of cricket, Simon.
Very good. He's one of the better leg spinners I've seen. Seen a lot of good left arm spinners here, but right arm leg spin is definitely an art form.
Oh, as I talked him up, but he's
picked up. Oh no! Oh dear.
So that's bad cricket all round, Simon. That's no one really wants to look at that. The bowler doesn't want to look at it. The batsman doesn't want to look at it. And the fielder certainly doesn't want to look at it.
But does not want to look at that. Big, juicy, full toss. High on the bat. Into the wind, though. The fielder, it was in and just out. Thankfully, it didn't go for 4 and 6. And then straight away, as is always the way, next ball boundary. So that fielder, his head's going to be down out there. Yep, he's got the 2 hands on hips.
Kralin wasn't too happy with his fielders and with his keeper yesterday, and I think he's going to feel like things are going against him here. He hasn't started this over well. Just as we were saying, he's not the type of bowler that will bowl you any looseness. That loosener almost got him a wicket in the first ball, but needs to get back on his spot here. There we go, back on his area.
The Santon Royals just seem to be very keen to hit him towards the leg side there. I mean, that was well outside off. It's fine to sweep, but there's so much space there. They've been running so well. There we go. That's a better shot. That'll run away for 4. So great shot, Chris Pretorius over extra cover.
Really good shot there. Really good. Just threw his hand on it. Crelling's maybe slightly over pitched, but that's a really well placed shot there from Pretorius.
Well, they're making it hard for today. We've got Pistorius and Pretorius.
So this is Pistorius ball into. Oh no, it's actually Crailing, but we've had Pistorius ball into Pretorius.
This one heave leg side, looking for 2 again. They'll get it. Polton a little bit slower in the outfield than some of the other guys.
So Polton will be coming back into the attack here.
No, this is Detroit, I think. I think this is Ruben Detroit.
So this is a brave call to get Detroit on. He's certainly a decent bowler, but yesterday he really struggled. He bowled. His first 3 deliveries were all full tosses. So he had a free hit, and then there's followed up by a free hit.
Left arm wrist spin.
But it's good to see them showing confidence in him. And I hope for his sake and for the Rebels' sake that this comes off. But this is a big moment here. He lands his first one, so that'll give him confidence. Lands it. Big shots from LBW.
Big shot for LBW, but
We'll have to have another look. That might have been pitching outside leg.
yeah, Tulane just indicated a bit of bat there, so he thinks he hit it.
So Ruben Detroit, we saw him bowl well early in the tournament. Yesterday wasn't quite his day, but
Oh, that's not the spot though, but he might get a wicket. Great catch out there.
so it looks like Van Beek's got a weakness to the low full toss here. He's had 2 low full tosses, and we've all been there where you get the ball that you feel should go, but you're not expecting that full toss, and it's ended up undoing him. But as you say, Simon, we've all been there as a batsman. You see that low full toss and you just aren't able to quite put it away. So
Just high on the bat again. He's just tried to overhit that, I think. Good catch in the end. I think that's Crailing out there.
So this has turned out to be a great move here from the Rebels to get to Toyon. He hasn't bowled, I wouldn't say brilliantly in his 2 first deliveries, but he's got the wicket, and one thing he hasn't done is pitched it short, so he's sort of looking to bowl sort of a Yorker length here.
Oh, he definitely can't be short, because it's just gonna sit up, and to the right-handers, they're going to help it on its way. So Vaughan Berry out there to bat now. I've not seen Vaughan bat before, but have you seen much of him, Wayne?
No, I haven't seen.
He didn't play yesterday?
He didn't play yesterday, I don't think, no. I think they had Big Joe in. I think he's come in for Big Joe.
Big Joe Lombardi's in the South Africa Masters team at the World Cup in Barbados.
Yeah, I think it was Ross that told me that he got married in his LMS, or he got engaged or married in his LMS top, one of the 2. I think it was actually married.
Ross jealous of that. He was hoping to do it first.
And well bowled to Toy. So this takes some character here to come back after struggling with the ball yesterday. Shows he's got good temperament to Toy. Backs himself.
Ooh.
Nothing wrong with that delivery, but it's been put away. I think he's landed it pretty much where he wanted to land it, Simon. It's just batsman was good enough to. Don't think there's too much wrong with that.
Oh, it's a decent delivery, just hands through the ball there from Vaughan. Swung away leg side. And into the mound here.
He's bowling like left arm googly, so he should be spinning the ball away from there. We go, good length. Well bowled. That's better from Rebels attacking the ball.
So 4 overs left here.
That 6 was crucial this time. If you looked at the timeline, there's just a little bit of pressure starting to build with the dot 2, 2, wicket, dot, and that 6 has just got them back closer to 10s.
Yeah, I think they'll still very much be eyeing up 200 here.
See, Rudy Craling's gone for 18 from 2. He normally goes at 7s and 8 or less.
I had that dropped catch in the last over, which wasn't helpful.
It's one of those ones that you can't really say deserved the wicket there, but he's also had a lot of good deliveries that have deserved a wicket, and maybe he hasn't had the luck go his way, so he'll feel that that is one to balance the books there.
Well, Mother Cricket, you can bowl a Jaffra and he gets nicked through the slips of 4, and then bowl a full toss and get a wicket. It's another 2, so great running again here.
Simon, there's 100 balls, as you know, in last man stands cricket. On at least 20 or 30 of those occasions, there could be a consideration between 1 or 2, and you've got to put the fielders under pressure and try and convert those opportunities into 2, because those extra 15 runs can make a difference. And we've seen that yesterday. Santon Royals definitely ran a lot more 2s than Bangalore did, and in the end that's won them the game.
Definitely, it's small margins, especially in these knockout games. Oh, that's hit very high and long. Wow. Back, back, back. Murray Workman can only watch it sail onto the side screens.
But this is why I'm so surprised that they've left Rudy Crowling back for so long, Simon, because he's a key bowler. You want him to bowl to the batsmen when they're under pressure. There's no real pressure on these batsmen at this stage, is there? They can just throw their hands at it.
Oh, and gone again. This is high. It's going to land safely. There should be 2. And then another 2. They should feel for Rebels here. There's nothing going quite their way. No, definitely won't. Especially when it's not turning much for Grayling here. If he's pace off and guys just nudging around, but now it's in hit mode. It's not turning. They can just get to the pitch, back themselves, hit through the line.
Well, they've got 2 guys in the hat. You see, so that if they didn't have 2 guys in the hat, then Crowling would be very effective at this stage, because guys would have to worry about wickets in hand. But they've got so many wickets in hand that they can come hard at the leg spinner. Yes, they might play and miss at the odd one, and they might get a top edge as we've seen there, but they just need 1 out the middle, and that's 6, and then suddenly you're on 10 and over, and he's gone for 29 for 3, which is not like him.
No, definitely not. He's a very, very talented leg spinner. So we see Poulton back on now. So it looks like it'll be Poulton to bowl this one, and then Crayling will bowl again, and then Poulton to bowl the 20th. They tried the 1 over of Detroit, but he got the wicket, but I think they'd be nervous. He didn't land too many, a few full tosses.
I think they've just taken one of the overs from Liebenberg possibly. But Poulton in his death overs he's a tricky customer. He just varies his pace. It'll be interesting to see how it goes, yeah. Keeper does well there. Don't think Poulton wanted to be as straight as he was there.
Big shuffle across though, yeah, from Vaughan Berry.
Yeah, it's so Poulton really is skillful at the death here. Mixture of pace. See a slow ball there. You see that forces the miss hit. Just lands in no man's land again. But See that subtle change there, Simon? That was just a little bit slower.
He's a very skillful bowler. I believe he's captain at Wanderers Cricket Club in Johannesburg.
See, just that one almost just through his fingers there.
Yeah, just dipped on the batsman.
And there's a quicker one.
Could be another 2. It will be. It's just relentless, this running. They must have done some serious pre-season work.
But Poulsen just showing his skills there, Simon. He's beaten the bat on 2 occasions. He's gone for 4, but on both occasions the batsmen have had to adjust their shots and they haven't actually got out the middle. So pace off again.
Well done by Small, the keeper. Just takes on the volley.
I think at home it might feel like he's just putting the ball there, but it really is good mix-up, change up of his pace, and this is not easy to get away.
Again, slow ball. It'll look like a leg cutter. So just pulling it back now. Projected score now, 189, Wayne.
Oh, that is a great over. Look, just rolls his fingers there. Oh, little leg cutter.
A bit of grip as well.
Leg cutter. It's almost like flicked it out the front of his hands. So he's bowled basically an over of slow balls with one quicker one, but it's a variety of slow balls, not just one type of slow ball.
Yeah, and also the length. He knows the guys want to come down and try and get to the pitch, so he's just pulled his length back. Difficult to get underneath.
I think the batsman might want to try and stand deep in the crease and wait for that one that just sits into the wicket, but then Poulsen picks up on that and he fires in the Yorker, so he really is tricky. Crailing should have come to the keeper. Crailing should have been there. Don't you think Crailing should have come up to the stumps there?
Yeah, well, he's neither here nor there. He was halfway down the wicket, so the guys, it was only a direct hit, would have been...
But those are the small things there, Simon. Crailing could run to the keeper's end in the mid-on, or mid-off should run to the bowler's end.
Yeah. Yeah, really good fielding units would have been all over that. Everyone wants to touch the ball, every ball.
Well, bowled from Crailing, yeah.
Could be 2 again, though. This is relentless.
You know what, Rebels, they just, even their miss hits or something, that he hasn't planned it to there, but it just seems to be landing in a favourable area for the Royals. Yeah, so the luck hasn't gone the way for the Rebels, but what do they say about luck, Simon?
Yeah, you make your own. Oh. Going. And another 6. Great hit there by Pretorius. Gets to the pitch. And then Pistorius in the deep there on the rope. Can only palm it up. Onto that lastmanstands.com/join banner. Oh, and again, this is high. Towering. Fielder in. Oh, jeez.
So this is not a fielding performance for the Rebels to remember here.
That went so high. Murray Workman, normally a wicket keeper.
It's not easy in the wind though, it does. Oh, and he's really taking the pace of this. Coming to Murray Workman again. So Crailing's bowled 4 overs for 40. They've kept their gun bowler back for the back end, and I think that's proven to be a mistake, Simon.
No, agreed.
But in saying that, Rebels will be hoping if they can finish strongly, keep them under 195, 190. Be a big difference, but they don't want the score to get above 200. And Poulsen's the right man under pressure at the death.
He bowled superbly in that. His last
Starts
over.
with the quicker one. Starts with his quicker one. That's another 2.
Notice that Vaughan Berry stayed deep in his crease that time,
I
Wayne.
think that's it. Yeah. Bolton's got a 6th sense there. So, Simon, call it here. Do you think he's going to throw out the slow ball? Which one? The off cutter, the leg cutter?
I think the leg cutter, just because it's going away from the batsman.
It's another quicker one. So, Bolton making the batsman think here. So good comeback here. 24 from just 2. His last 7 deliveries have just gone for 6. There's a slow one.
Oh, in the gap though. Be at least 2.
Another 2. Simon, do you think Bolton is actually waiting to see what the batsmen do? Because on that occasion, Pretorius shimmied down the wicket. And that's where the slow ball becomes very effective. I don't know if he's able to adjust in. You see, in that one, he went deep and he bowled it a bit quicker. So, for me, it feels like Bolton's actually adapting as he watches the bowler, as he watches the batsman in his crease. But I feel he's one of the best death bowlers in this tournament.
Potentially, I mean, is he? See if he's just trying to gauge where the batsman's feet are here. So Pretorius looks like he's batting just out of his crease there. As Bolton gets the field right, so they've taken the power play for this last delivery. Just got the deep cover, long off.
Home run opportunity gets them to 199. There's a slow ball. Gone straight up. There should be 2.
Could be 3. Could be 3. Detroit ran round it a little bit.
That should never have been 3, Simon. So they haven't fielded well. They haven't really been off that boundary quickly there. So it just took an ages to get going here, Detroit. I think if you'd really come up early, they might have even been caught.
And it just spins past Detroit there. Jeez, that's a wicked bounce and turn there.
Yeah, so
the one thing is, when that ball went up, Crayling's just in front of us here, and he didn't really move. He just watched Detroit go to that. If he'd gone to it, maybe gets in behind.
So I don't think Rebels will feel that out the game, yes, Simon. They know that they've got a long batting lineup with lots of options. But they're going to have to bat well.
Right, the one thing I'd say is that I think Rebels will be buoyed by the fact that Santon Royals' total is quite heavily reliant on those 2s. They'll be thinking that if they can find the boundary more easily, then it'll make it a bit easier for them. They'll be backing themselves as we look at they got off to a flyer there. Brighton Junji, 50 off 26. Jared Older, 52 off 28. Van Vaken, Vincent Herald couldn't quite get going, 12 and 14 off 10 balls each. Then Chris Pretorius finished it very nicely, 36 off 16, and Vaughan Berry 18 off 14 at the end. So they finish up 190 for 2. Wayne, going to take us through the bowlers.
I thought Marshall was the pick of the bowlers. He hit his good areas outside off stump in that early spell of his. Dan Bolton was expensive of his first 2, going for 22, 24 of his first 2, but he came back superbly, just going for 11 at the death, and those 11 that he's gone for could have easily been 22, 23, which would have got them above 200, so we'll have to keep an eye out later in the game. Craven, we felt that he was left too late. He didn't bowl badly, but that's not what he would normally expect from figures from Craven. Chris Pistorius just the 3 overs, which I think was the reason why they gave Ruben Detroit 1 over. But you never know until both teams have batted. We feel that 190 is very competitive here, but it's only 9 and over, 9.5 and over. So as long as Rebels can stay at the rate, they've got 80 off the 10, 85 off the 10 around there. They'll feel that they can get 100 in that last 10.
One key thing I picked up there, Wayne, is that if you're looking at the economy rates, all the spinners were much more expensive than the seamers, so we picked up and felt the wicket was probably more of a seamers wicket at the moment, and that just shows there not much turn on offer for the spinners. They've got to be very, very accurate. It's a big field, so lots of twos as we saw.
No, it's a good point, Simon, because it's not gripping as much. So often late in the tournament, spinners do come into it, but the difference here is this is the first time we've used this wicket. They bought it early in the week, so I feel the teams that have got some bowlers that can get dot balls outside off stump, just back of a length, it's hard to defend the big outside edge, but more likely than not you're going to get a few dot balls with a quickie outside off stump, so that could be crucial.
Yeah, definitely. I think a few teams will use that tactic. A few teams might take the power play up front and get the 4 on the offside and have the third man, maybe a backward point, deep cover, get the long on quite straight and try and bowl 4th and 5th, 6th stump, back of a length and try and take the leg side out of play.
Definitely. I think, I wouldn't be surprised if a team doesn't try slip for the first over, maybe even a gully. I'll definitely be looking to do that if you've got a quick bowler that he's got to be able to hit his area, Simon. So there's no point doing that if someone's going to bowl two sides of the wicket. But if you've got a bowler that 95% of the time is hitting that area outside off stump, it's a no-brainer to go for 4-2 field.
I think so, but I mean, we'll see. The best teams are the ones who can execute their plans well. So if you've got spinners, you've got to hit their spots. I mean, we saw a couple of drop catches from the Rebels, so guys will be trying to identify how they can best utilise their bowlers and set fields accordingly to get the batsman hit the ball into tough areas.
We've seen some teams do the power play, take the power play, and some not. Power play is not for everyone.
Global Jets used it very well yesterday. They got a catch at first slip from Laseko, nicked off someone to Jason Edwards at first slip. So they took it well and utilised it, trying to defend a small total and get early wickets. But again, it's, as we mentioned, it just comes down to execution. You need to have the best bowlers be able to, most skillful bowlers hit their spots and try and close down certain parts of the field.
It's one of those things that when you do take a power play on a 4-2 and it doesn't go according to plan, it could look a little bit silly, but you can always adjust. You don't have to keep the 4-2.
Yeah, you think that, again, it's flexibility in your plans. If things aren't working, just be happy to bite the ball and change it. But yeah, agreed. When you take the 4-2 and then someone bowls 2 down leg side and they get clipped to fine where there's no fine leg for 4, it's not easy.
So Simon, I'm going to be taking a break. I'll come and join you at some point during the run chase. Really excited to see how this game goes. Let me know if you need a water or a coffee.
I think both of those would be fantastic if you're heading in that direction. It's absolutely beautiful morning here at Claremont Cricket Club here in Constantia. It's a beautiful mountain setting behind us, a Table Mountain range. Plenty of trees around here. The wicket's superb. Outfield looks superb. Thanks to Adam Cotton, the groundsman, who's done a brilliant job. And I think this is going to be a cracking 2 days of cricket here. Quarterfinals of the plate also going on down on the bottom field. But we're up here on the top field for the cup finals, the showpiece event. Going to check the score here and see how we're getting on with the plate. The plate quarter final. Black Eagles got 151 for 6 after 20 from England. Black Eagles from England. And Daxi Destroyers from Johannesburg. Just the first over there, but they're 3 for 0 in the chase. We're just about ready to go here. Our umpires, Tulani and Courtley, ready to rock and roll. The Rebels padding up. They've got a bit of work to do. 191 is the target. Santon Royals bowling attack here, and Foss up front. He'll be important. No, they've got another good spinner, and Peacemore Zimwa. I think he played for Zimbabwe under 19 at some point. Foss just out there doing a few run-throughs. He's put on a bit of size since we saw him here last year. He's bowling, I heard, very nicely, so we'll be keeping an eye on him. And the Heritage cricketers just preparing themselves. They're playing next up against the Lila Cricket Club. So the All Bangladesh second quarter final. And opening the bat here for the Rebels, we've got Murray Workman and Jason Liebenberg. Players just about ready. Looks like they're going to open from the gym side of the ground, the far end. Nope, swapping around. Going to open from this clubhouse end. So it's going to be a cracking chase here. We saw plenty of twos run by Santon Royals. Be interesting to see if Rebels have the same intensity between the wickets. So Vincent Herold starts with a shortish delivery. Bottom edge onto the fire pad, look like there, and no run. So good start from Vincent. Bowling to Murray Workman, very talented right-handed batsman. So back of a leg, played behind square on the leg side, and that's the first boundary for Workman. Rebels open the account. So a little bit wayward there from Herold. I think he needs to be that hard length outside off. Try and get a few dot balls going through. This one's flayed away by Workman again to the offside. Straight and dot ball, so good comeback here from Vincent. Went for that early boundary. So important here for the Royals, just try and build a bit of pressure, get that required rate up above 10s. Evenberg setting off quickly. They just settle for one. So first over done here, 6 off it. Now it's going to be Vaughan Berry. Looks like another right arm seamer. A little bit definitely slower than Herald. Bit of a way swing. There's another one there. So straight away a bit of a difference in the intensity between the wickets. Santon Royals run superbly. Rebels yet to run a 2. Clip to leg again. Herald coming in strongly. And again, keeping it to 1. So great work this from Royals. Building pressure. This one hit beautifully straight. Should be 2 here. Oh. Last change up. Last change of pace there. So 2 overs done. Just the 9 off so far. So great start this from Santon Royals. So nice work here from Rebels. They've got loose with the running. No 1 to 2. Should be 2 again. Yeah, good work. Nice running again. It just shifts the momentum straight away. First 2 deliveries, 2 twos, so on 4 already. They get a boundary now. All of a sudden this starts looking like a big over. There it is. Great hit there from Liebenberg all the way for 6. So straight away this over now gone for 10. Into that banner. Beautifully placed and tied there, Bjorn Briggs. Another single. And So good shouts coming from the Rebel side. Good cricket. Really happy. Final ball, the third over now. Workman on strike. Clip to leg again. Just be one. So 3 overs done here. 21 for naught. I've not watched Royals play before, but they're looking good at the moment. Got Kieran Foss. No Peacewater Zimwa bowls leg spin, I believe. So it's at least 2 more bowlers. It's hit hard and straight. So Workman looking to be the aggressor. This one's not hit cleanly. Fielder coming around, doesn't get there. Just one. Workman does well to get back. I don't think there was ever 2 there. So Workman just getting a little frustrated here. He's looking to start hitting the boundaries, but not able to get it clean at the moment. Shot by Liebenberg. It's in the gap. Should at least be 2. Good batting. Final ball is 4th over. No boundaries off this one yet. 3 singles and a 2. Deep in his crease. Well bowled by Vaughan. Pulled his length back. He saw Liebenberg go deep in his crease. Hits a good area. So 26 for naught here. 4 overs done. Vincent Herald to continue. 18 off 2s. First over very good. Last one a little bit more expensive. Now shot by Workman. Hits it square. Just for a single though. Oh, Dickey outside edge. The third man well placed, and another single down there. Wow, what a hit there from Murray Workman. Great shot, picked up the length quickly, dispatched over long on for 6. Beautiful shot by Workman. So all of a sudden, bit of pressure on Vincent Herald here. Oh, run. So, take advantage, a little bit of sloppiness there from the keeper. Deep. Oh, appeal. Not much doing though. Only half an appeal. Really more of a plead, I think. Great shot by Workman. But well done down here, Kieran Foss. Great bit of fielding. So end of another over. 5 gone now. 38 for naught. 153 need off 75, so the rate just above 10 required. And bowled him! Well bowled Vaughan Berry. Looked like an off-pace delivery. Workman coming down the track and misses out. And loses his off stump. Little bit of an off-cutter there. Well bowled Vaughan Berry. Wiley. Perfect delivery. Top of off. Exactly what Royals needed. They need a couple of wickets just to build some pressure on Rebels. So now we've got, I think this is Ruben du Toit. Workman just couldn't really get going. They hit one beautiful 6 over wide long on. I think he's much more suited to just playing genuine ground strokes and knocking the ball around. He tries to overhit the ball. He just looks a little bit stiff. So Ruben du Toit comes to the crease, bowled the one over of his left arm wrist spin. Hasn't got much time to have a look here. Detroit can give himself a few balls, but got a lot of runs to chase here. It's a good start. Punches that one out. Well done, Foss. Little bobble, but kept it in front of him. That one's hit dead straight. Another single. So tick him off in ones here at the moment. Need to find a boundary in this over. Feel like they need to find a boundary every over if possible. Final ball, the 6th. Great looking shot to Foss here. It's just going to be on the one hop though. See the LMS Brains Trust down there between the two fields, just watching both sides. Black Eagles v Daxina. So Daxina 33 for 1 after 7. Chasing 151 for victory in the plate quarterfinal. But up here in the main competition, Santon Royals have the upper hand at the moment. Now, first change bowler, Kieran Foss onto bowl. It's a big, tall lad. Nice action, starts with a bit of a wave shape. Hit to extra cover. Fielder does well down here, Vaughan Berry. Good running from Rebels, they come back for 2. Oh, that one's clubbed straight. Great fielding there. Bjorn Briggs, the one-handed stop. Just rings his hand a little out. That one hurt. But a fantastic boundary, exactly what they needed. In swing there from Foss. But a little bit over pitched. Clubbed away. Oh, and again, but bigger. And 6 runs. Cracking shot there from Jason Liebenberg. Don't think there's anything too much to stress about here for Santon. They're just going to hit their hard lengths, top of off. Anything over pitched, it's just coming on beautifully. Foss just needs to pull his length back a little here, top of off. Make the guys cut the ball. Oh, slightly over pitched again, but it's run a little bit fuller. Can't quite get underneath it. Buddy. Yeah, all good. So he's clipped away. Good stop out there in the deep by the fielder. And they back for 2. So 57 for 1 after 7. See Big Joe coming past us here. Vaughan Berry, ball in hand again. He's going to bowl out here. He's just gone for 12 off his 3 overs. Picked up the 1 wicket of Murray Workman. Uppishly punched, but to Foss at long off for 1. So they're going all right here, the Rebels. They're keeping this required rates just above 10. It's not getting out of control. So they can keep it like that for the next few overs. They'll be happy with that. This one's clubbed to cover. Running hard. Will just be 1. Oh, outside edge, just good run away. Fielder, well done out there. We spoke about the Royals fielding earlier. Very strong fielding outfit. Rebels come back for 2, but feel like against most teams, that's probably running away for a boundary. Oh, sloppy from the keeper there. Runs away for 4. Love to see a replay of that. To see it's been given runs. So I think she's taking a little bit of bat, but oh no, I think that was a wide. Given us runs though, I think. Let's check the scorecard here. I might have missed something. A bit loose from Berry. Right. $65 for 1 here. If you're watching on Facebook, jump on, drop us a message. Great to hear from everyone who's watching. If you've got any thoughts on the game or what are the next quarterfinals coming up. So Foss on for his second over. Went for 15 in his first. This one hit straight, but finds that man at long on. Up to 66 now. Just the 1 wicket of Workman. Short ball. Ooh, gets away with that. Liebenberg can't get onto it. It's a good bowling from Foss. This one whacked, picked up length. Jason Liebenberg picks up length very well there. It's not a terrible ball. It's a little bit too straight and just picks it up over the leg side. I'd have a bit of that. So a great hit there from Liebenberg. Good comeback from Foss. Little change of pace. Liebenberg just checks it. Good running, really good running. Back for 2. $74 for 1 here. Last ball of the 9th. Over pitch from Foss. Punch straight. But just for 1. So the end of the 9th. 75 on the board here. Just hovering around that 10 and just over 10 and over mark required. So it's good from Rebels. They're keeping the pressure on. So now see Martin van Wyk, I think it is, into the attack. So very experienced LMS bowler, great batsman. He's got a job to do here. Needs to bowl a few dot balls. Try and increase that gap between runs and balls remaining. Inside edge there from Liebenberg through the legs, but Safely through for a single. Well, these guys know each other very well. Little high five there from Liebenberg and Chucky. Some punched out square. Toy taking him on. Good running by Ruben de Toit and Liebenberg. So 10th over. Then we'll spin around and they'll hit the other way. This one punch square again. Think this would just be a single though. Cleave, that's long off. Taking the one bounce. Another great looking shot there from Detroit. Stylish batsman. Just the one though. So 10 overs done here, 81 for 1 at the turn. Liebenberg 47 off 29, Ruben Detroit 10 off 8. So 81 for 1. I feel like Rebels will be reasonably happy there. 110 need off the last 10, so 11 and over. Very much doable. Liebenberg will get to his 50 shortly. That's me. A fantastic day here over this weekend here at beautiful Claremont Cricket Club. There's a band in here tomorrow, so it's going to be pumping big crowds in. See the view from Square of the Wicket now. Great shots of the mountain. Table Mountain Range there. See if we can get a shot to show the clubhouse from the far end, just to show the great area. Here we go. So you see that beautiful clubhouse there, situated right in the corner. They've got this field here and another field over to the left. Our commentary position just to the right of that shot. So I expect it to be pumping in there later. Big all Bangladesh affair next. Heritage v Layla Cricket Club. So going to be a cracking day of cricket here. 4 quarterfinals. This is the first of them now. Now the leg spinner, Peacemore Zimwa. Into the attack and first ball into the gap at deep extra cover. They come back for 2. So good start by Peacemore. Nice batting Ruben Detroit. He's looked very stylish, very composed. Just giving it back to Liebenberg, letting him do the hitting at the moment. Peacemore, I believe, played under 19 cricket for Zimbabwe. Trying to see if we can get a Zimbabwean team together for the LMS World Cup in Kenya in June next year. Be great to get Peacemore and possibly Brighton Janji involved in that. He batted fantastically. Another single, so good start by Peacemore. Got to just try and build pressure here. Every dot ball is crucial. Make Rebels do the heavy lifting by hitting some boundaries. Tossed up this one, it's hit square. Again to the man in the deep. So Wayne Greaves joined me back in the comms box here. What have you made of it so far, Wayne?
Good afternoon, Simon. Yeah, evenly poised. I think Santon Royals probably slightly ahead here. It's all going to depend on, a lot's going to depend on the man bowling here, Peacemore. If he can restrict the batsman, then it's really going to be tough for the Rebels. If the Rebels can pop one or two over the ropes, then they will. That's beautiful length there from Peacemore. What a start here from the leg spinner.
Great over from Zimwa, Peacemore Zimwa there. So just driving that required rate up now. It's above 11 and over now. So every over that they can just increase that, it's just more pressure on the Rebels to do some heavy hitting. They're only going at 8s in a minute. They need to go over at 11 and over. See the Layla guys arriving. Heritage already here. We're set for a cracking second quarter final between the two Bangladesh sides. The English side play later up against Global Jets. The final game of the day, the defending champions Masagami up against Tualikis.
So last 10 balls, Simon, there hasn't been a boundary. No dots either, but Santon Royals. Oh, and Van Dyke. Was that a catch, Simon? I think it was. I don't think that was a bum ball. Let's have a look at that again.
Hit very firmly.
Might just be a crowd catch.
Van Dyke just checking his.
Good to see a replay of that when we get a chance. Maybe after the delivery. So Chucky, he's to continue here. Little check drive, punch down the ground for one.
Liebenberg was flying earlier, but he's just slowed up a little here.
So Rebels definitely need a boundary soon.
There we go, Wayne. You called it on cue.
Yeah, it just felt like something had to go. The timeline wasn't looking good for them, but that's a superb shot from Ruben de Toy on the up. Leans into that and smashes it through covers for 4.
He looks a very elegant batsman. He's played some beautiful shots so far. That one's a bit more forceful, but in the gap, races away. One's clipped square, looking for 2. Yeah, good running, taking Vaughanberry on in the deep. Could be an overthrow. Will be an overthrow. So nice work from the Rebels, putting the pressure on between the wickets. 97 for 1 now. Final ball, the 12th. Down leg now.
So pressure starting to build now. That's 7 of the last 2 deliveries. It's a big over here for the Rebels.
So Liebenberg's 50 up now, so he'll retire. Now we've got Chris Pistorius out there to bat, the left-hander. That's a good matchup now. Pistorius up against the left-handed leg spinner, Peacemore Zimwa.
That's a crucial part of this game here because you'll be hitting with the spin. And so far we saw Peacemore was able to restrict the batsman, the right-handers.
I think there's not much breeze stay, if anything is just slightly going towards that leg side for the left-handers as well.
Definitely.
Gets a nice round of applause from his teammates. Inside edge into the pads first up. But a good over for the Rebels. 98 for 1 after 12. 93 needed. 40 balls remaining. It's a big cheer coming from the Royals supporters there. Let's go Royals.
So it's more than 2 ball. So as it stands, I think Rebels will be overly concerned about the run rate, but they just have to keep it tight here. They can't afford it to get up to 13s. When it's the last 5 overs that they need 60, they feel like they've still got a chance.
Definitely now Jared Older onto bowl. So they've just bowled a piece more one. Maybe they were worried about that matchup with the lefty. Older against Detroit, but great running Pistorius. In and out the blocks quickly there, the young man. Brings 100 up.
Yeah, that just is exactly what they needed here. Someone that can run between the wickets hard. It's gone again. There could be 2 more. Pistorius turns. Clean pickup. Great fielding here from the Royals. No bubble. Attacking the ball.
Interesting to see here that Older's bowling off spin, but they've got the wicketkeeper stood back. So I think Pistorius and Detroit will probably look to use their feet if they can. There's not as much risk of a stumping.
I think they're worried about maybe the odd dart that he might bowl. He's bowling quite quickly.
Nicely works. Nice little paddle sweep there from Pistorius. Shows he's got a touch game as well. See that previous shot from Detroit.
That was just before Detroit went to 50.
Here we go, just a little paddle sweep. Great shot there from Pistorius. Heaved leg side this one. Just a deep mid wicket. Oh, well done by Older. Keeps that to a dot. So 13 gone now.
And the Rebels now are needing a big over. Simon, good comeback there from Older. After the third delivery went for 4. Didn't give away the over. And I think he's actually probably won that over in the end, Simon.
Yeah, they're needing over 12 and over now. 7-12's at 84, so just over. It's Martin van Veek on for his 3rd over. Just gone for 16 off 2. It's a wide first up. Nice pick-up shot from Pistorius. Bouncing away, 4 runs. So nice work from Pistorius here, putting pressure back on Santon Royals. Piece more Zimwa trying to G the troops up here. This one fine. Straight to that man at long leg. So Detroit 27 off 18. Pistorius off to a bright start, 11 off 6. Some punch to mid-wicket. Probably looking for two. In and out quickly. Great running. Run square again. Could be two again. They're going to... Oh, he slips. Detroit just slipping there as he went to turn. Otherwise, I think the two was on. Nice work by Vaughan Berry. I think that is Berry or Older. Nice bowling there by Martin. Keeps it full in the block hole. So 6 overs to go. 75 needed. And Older to bowl again. Just went for 8 off his first. Did well. Into the wicket, hit high to the leg side. And all the way for 6. What a shot from Pistorius. Wasn't the worst delivery, but a great shot there from Pistorius. All the way. And quicker that time from Older. Misses out. Peacemore Zimwa down here is quite square at third man, so can run it down if need be. That one's hit dead straight. Another boundary, another 4. So big over here. 65 needed. What a shot there from Pistorius. Just hitting nice and straight. One bouncing over the rope. So a bit of pressure now on Santon Royals. Oh, it goes again. Fielder coming in though. And takes it. So there's the wicket. Pistorius just didn't quite get all of that. And caught it long off comfortably by Vincent Herald. Big wicket. Just looking to hit that straight. Just skewed a little bit in the hand. Comfortable there from Herald. Now it's team manager Dirren just running a bit of water out to give a few instructions. See Pistorius there, 22 off 11. Great cameo from him. Strike rate of 200. 3 4s and the 1-6. He'll be disappointed, but he's given the team a bit of the boost they needed. 65 needed here. So the big match here, Rebels v Santon Royals. 2 teams from Johannesburg. The 2 Dakar teams warming up here. They play off the next quarter final. Look at Daniel Smore's record here. 25 LMS games, averaging 32, strike rate 174. Dot ball to start. So 65 needed off the last 5 overs. Now it's going to be Peacemore Zimwa, the leg spinner, to come and bowl. They will be wanting another wicket. Santon Royals now, if they get one more wicket, pressure's going to be right on the Rebels. Saw one very good leg spinner today in Rudy Kraling. This is the second one. Zimwa starts with a short ball. It's fade away, but I think the fielder will be able to come round and cut it off. And does. .64 needed, 24 balls remaining. Rebels are a chance, but they need some boundaries every over. They need at least 2 boundaries an over. Called too early. In and out. Throw comes. Good running. Tossed up. Reverse. What a hit. Amazing shot there from Daniel Small. Look at that. What hand speed there from Small. One conventionally played out. Should be another 2, but no, they'll settle for 1. Hard to judge from the side here, but I've got that one wrong. What a shot that was from Daniel Small. Conventional sweep this time, and another 4. This time to Toy. Bad delivery that from Zimwa, way too straight, down leg, and swept away. So 140 up now. 140 for 2 after 16. 51 needed, 4 overs remaining. Who's going to go through here? Just talking tactics now. Foss looks like he's going to bowl. We look at the bowlers left. So Foss has got 2 left. Harold's got 1. So either Martin Van Wyk, Peacemore, Jared Older needs to bowl an over. Just looking for the ball here. Didn't expect to lose a ball here today. Went very fine. Not sure why the fielder didn't go fetch it. So Kieran Foss, the big tall seamer. Young man, pressure on him here though. 51 needed off 4 overs. That last over going for 14. Rebels need more of the same here. This one hit high, towering. Fielder underneath it and takes it. Great catch. Detroit gets back for the steal though, so I think it'll be 2. So they get the steal, but they lose the wicket of Small. He hit that so high up in the air. Went a long, long way. And the great catch in the end by Martin van Veek. Settled, caught it low down, and hangs on. It's pointing up at the sun there. So Daniel Poulton now. Arguably one of the better batters in the team, but he's only coming in at number 6 here. And all of a sudden there's a bit of a hush across the Rebels camp. They're under a bit of pressure. They've been hushed here by the wicket. Foss, first ball, getting the wicket. They got the steal, so they got the 2, but they need more than that here. Poulton hits this one square, first ball. They've got to go for 2, in and out. And Poulton comfortably back. Well bowled by Kieran Foss. Great nut. Playing a miss from Poulton. They need a boundary this over. Just a bit of induck there. Great shape from Foss, shaping it in. This one off the outside edge, running away. Field around, does well. Just a single. Great bowling here from Kieran Foss. Peacemore's happy with him. Gives him a big cheer. So they need a boundary in this over, you feel. It's above 15 and over required. Ruben Detroit can only chop that one out though. So fantastic over from Foss. 146 for 3 after 17. So exactly 45 needed. Now it's going to be Vincent Herald to bowl. I like this move. Go Herald, get the pressure on. If he bowls a good over, look at the bowl overs left here. So Herald's got 1, Van Veek's got 1, Foss has got 1, so surely they'll be the 3. I don't think Peacemore or Jared Older are going to bowl another over. Vincent Herald, well bowled, in the block hole, dot ball. Great bowling, bit of way shape there from Herald, still swinging. Even in the 18th over, still swinging the ball. That one's hit dead straight though. Cracking shot there from Detroit. Laced that one. Is there a twist in the tail here? Beautiful delivery of the ball before. We see that on the replay there. But that previous one just missed his length, half volley, and hit hard and flat. So Detroit's on 40 from 25 here. That's powered again, same spot. Great shot by Ruben. So all of a sudden, pressure back on. 37 needed. Another boundary in this over. And it gets very interesting. Length this one. Again, it's in the gap and another 4. Great batting here by Ruben. Dot ball first up was superb, but since then, just missing his spot. That one wasn't cleanly struck, but he got enough of it in the gap and races away. Now, thick edge, or just the single though. So 32 needed, 10 balls remaining. Big over there, superb dot ball by Herald. Then the 3 boundaries, then a single to finish. So we welcome Bjorn Briggs into the comm box. Bjorn, it's going to be a cracking finish here.
Yeah, I couldn't resist. It's absolute belter of a match here. And for an exciting finish, a little bit too full there by Hero. Had the fielders out wide. So it's a strange, obviously a little bit of a miscommunication between the bowler and the skipper. If you're going to be bowling full, you need your fielders a bit straighter.
The first bully bob was spot on the money wide. It actually shaped away a little and dot ball, but then he just started missing his spot. But the pressure's on, so they brought the big man now, Martin van Veek.
Ruben de Toy is on 49, so he's either going to go out or retire. It's half a chance here. It's in the air. Fielder's under it. What a catch. Needs to get it.
Polton gets a steal though, Bjorn. So importantly, they get the 2 runs.
Those are vital runs.
I
So
don't
Martin van Veek, you can't keep a good man down.
don't think Detroit can be too upset there. They've still gotten the 2 for the team. It's unlikely he was going to retire and then come back again. Maybe he's disappointed he didn't get the boundary. So Rudy Grayling out now. He scored 40 off 20 at Pinelands the other day, so they need a bit of that from him here. So Layla guys coming past. They're ready to rumble in the next quarterfinal.
Should be another cracker. They're up against the powerhouse Heritage cricketers.
Two of the highly touted Bangladeshi sides.
161 for 4, 30 from 9 is the equation.
Tough here on Poulton and Grayling. They've just gotten to the crease, but if there's ever 2 men in the side who can do it, it's these 2. A lot of experience behind them. Poulton a class act. Peacemore Zimwa was given the Rebels bench the shush before after the previous wicket, but then he's gone a bit quiet himself after that hat-trick of 4s from Detroit.
So Van Veek's got 4 more this over. He's bowling at the new batter. It's a slower ball. The leg buys. They're hoping for 2 here. It should be. Bit slow between their wickets, the Rebels. Missed out on a odd run here and there.
Oh, it's been a big difference in the fielding and the running between the wickets. Santon Royals very good across the ground. Rebels a bit more boundary reliant, I think.
Do have some big hitters. Looks like Poulton on strike. Van Veek charging in. It's gone straight up. Looks like he's put it down.
Oh, we just lost it when it went over the
The
edge
bowl.
there, yeah. Beautiful facilities here. Like all good Cree grounds, it's got that saucepan type bowl, so we just struggle on the far side to see everything. But another amazing venue. Had some cracking grounds this week. Redham House, Camps Bay High for the views.
Oh, it's a great night. It's a yard quicker than the previous delivery, and good change up there by Van Veek. Yeah, massive thank you to Clive Horde who's offered us this great cricket club, Claremont Cricket Club. Wonderful to be here. That was full and a bit slower, and it should just be one. Kieran Foss has fumbled it. He needs to get it in. They're going to look for another one. "29 from 8 balls. We need to catch up here. Can't be right. It's the end of the over. Must be.
Scoring's just stopped a little here.
The signal here, we are surrounded by a few mountains, and the signal needs to come through from, I think it's Vodacom letting us down today.
Yeah, thankfully no load shedding today, which has been a massive blessing.
So score is 163.
There's a few more than that.
So Foss throwing the last one. Starts with a dot. That's gold dust. Beastmore gives it the old shush again. The batsman's ready. Nervous times for both teams. Foss charging in.
High. Herald coming underneath it. Oh, he's
made a hash of that. He's slowed down there. I think he's too wide there, Simon.
He made the ground comfortably, but he just didn't judge it as difficult to win. That went so high.
So high. I think he was. He had a lot of ground to cover, so he did well to get there. But just, it's a great nut. It's just going to be the one.
Kieran Foss has been impressive with the ball here.
It's a good length, that Simon. Needs to be looking to hit that on the leg side, I think, and getting under it. Difficult to play.
Slow ball. That's the previous one. Was there to go, to be fair, but Poulton just got it so high up in the air.
I think he was a bit early on it. The change of pace there needed to.
See Herald here just didn't hand on it, but thankfully didn't go for a boundary for his sake. Grayling whacks this one out to deep cover.
Okay. So unless we have a no ball here, this looks like the Santon Royals have done it. Anything can happen. Just needs to bowl. Make sure it's not a no ball here.
Just
22 off 1 required.
Outside edge, runs away for 4, but Santon Royals won't care.
Conclusive victory for Santon Royals. And that is a massive upset. Rebels coming into the match as favourites. They played valiantly, battled to the end, but I think those 1s and 2s, both innings were the difference between the two teams.
Yeah, 18 difference in the end, but Wayne and I said on commentary earlier, we thought that Rebels probably ran about 15 or 20 extra, so just put the pressure on. Great batting performance up front with Brighton, Janji and Gerald Older. 50s apiece just to take the pressure off the rest of the order. Ended up getting up to 190 and didn't apply. Rebels just not able to fire. Craig Marshall, his 6 world champs. I know he'll be disappointed.
Now he'll need to make it a 7th down in Australia. 2024. Useful outfit, the Rebels, just didn't quite pull it off today, but they can hold their heads up high. They've had a great tournament. Santon Royals into the semi-finals. Deeren, the team organizer, is going to be ecstatic with that victory. Right.
See the graphic come up there. So the Santon Royals, they'll be sticking around to watch the next match. Heritage Cricketers Bangladesh up against Lila Cricket Club. 2 fantastic sides. Heritage have got some powerful batsmen, and Layla probably have got one of the better bowling lineups going. So Bjorn, who you fancying in the next match?
Well, I haven't seen Heritage Cricketers, Bangladesh, but from what I hear, they are the most complete outfit at the tournament. So, Lila Cricket Club, they had some really quick bowlers, and the top 3 batsmen were world class, but they seemed 1 or 2 batters short. So, their big players will have to do something special today if they're going to knock over the tournament favourites, Heritage Cricket Club. That's us for this match. We'll be joining you shortly for the start